Hello, welcome to this ECU 101 course, and in this part we will discuss chess in schools in Europe. This is an ECU course, and ECU stands for European Chess Union. This is an organization created in 1985. The idea was that the countries of Europe needed their own interest group inside FIDE, the World Chess Organization. The president today is Zurab Azmayparashvili from Georgia. We have a board, we have a congress, as all type of organizations has got. In 2012, a very important thing happened. Then the European Parliament declared that chess should be part of the different educational systems of the countries of Europe. That meant also that there was like a pressure from beneath to make a commission inside the European Chess Union, and so it was in 2014. And the idea with this new commission inside ECU was that this commission should take care of chess for educational purposes when the goal is to develop social and intellectual skills. And yes, I became the chairman and I started to build up this organization. The idea was that this commission should help CIS organizations around Europe, just like different federations. We should promote, visit and lobby for chess in schools. We should also take part in different education conferences and arrange chess in school conferences ourselves. And all of those things, of course, we have done. And now we come to this course because one goal was also to make some kind of certificate to ensure that everyone teaching chess in schools in Europe should have a high standard in their teaching. We are also developing chess in schools concepts, and everything that we do, we check out with an academic advisory board. This board contains of 5 professors of different disciplines, and they try to validate what we do and coach us. So everything that we do should be part of the ideas of how school works and the school plans and so on. Now, one very important thing for us when we started in 2014 was to understand what it looked like in Europe. How does chess in schools actually work? Because this is a new area with little knowledge. And now I will show you some slides showing what it looked like from the results of this survey. First of all, how much activity is it in the different countries of Europe? And you can see that a lot of countries are very strong when it comes to chess in schools with high activity. And actually, this picture is from 2016. And since then, not the least, Norway and some other countries that are grey on this picture. That means that they didn't answer our questions or they were not able to get all the figures needed to be part of the survey. They all have a growing and today a quite huge chess in schools movement. So one question we also wanted to look at was the federation's involvement, because that differs quite a lot if it's an organization, private persons, companies or federations that are involved. And as you can see, now it looks a little bit different because not the least in Germany that has got strong regions, they all work on their own in a way. And but in other countries with a strong federal organization, then chess in schools is connected to the federation. One question that quite a lot of chess organizations are fighting with is if chess is regarded as a sport or not. And as you can see, not the least in the Nordic countries, chess is not part of the sports organization. But if you look at the Central Europe, chess normally is regarded as a sport. One question that we were interested in to find out about was if there was a national chess curriculum that was recommended from the central organization and should be used in the schools. And as you can see, again, we can see that there are differs a little bit depending on what part of Europe that you're in, and not the least what type of organizations that are running chess in schools. Because what was interesting for us to see also when it comes to the national chess curriculum was that they looked quite different in one way, because they differ depending on didactic style, the educational system, and not the least the national chess culture. So, but what every curriculum did cover was the basics, and it included a teacher's resource and a pupil workbooks. What was striking, though, was that every country was fighting with how to actually teach, because in these national curriculums they were lacking of didactical methods to follow and to use. We tried to make some conclusions from all of these inquiries that we made from this survey. And what we could see was that, no doubt, chess in schools is a rapidly growing movement. Today, actually, we believe that 7 million children have got chess every week in the schools of Europe. But there is a huge diversity in how chess in schools is implemented in the school system. So, from our questions, we could also draw the conclusion that there was a need for a standard for how chess in schools should be used. And not the least, it was also important to get chess regarded as a pedagogic tool, because then new possibilities will arise. And, like I said before, everyone was fighting with the question, how do you actually teach? And that's why there is a need for a certification and for the course that you now take part of.